lazy exercises. One, it's been a while since I promoted this app that I use. It's called Fit Notes, so it allows me to, you know, track my workouts. As you can see, for those who might not believe that I work out essentially once a week, but sometimes I do split my workouts. Like these are just what's that? Yeah, so that's just the ab workouts. So and then of course you see like some full bodies. You see there 30-pound incline dumbbell flies, right? And you see all these other, you know, 50-pound um, workouts. Workouts with 50-pound weights. But then now we get up to now. Now we're in October. This is what I was doing today. So 60-pound incline. So I doubled my weight for incline dumbbell flies. I am 65 pounds for lateral raises, 65 pounds for dumbbell curls. Now remember, these are all 10 reps, so obviously these are lightweight for me. I did record some videos of me doing straight arm. I do bent arm lateral raises when I do lateral raises, but for the strength video, I did straight arms. I wanted to see, like, does bent arm lateral raises still give me enough, shoulder strength to even be able to do straight arm? Because straight arm is a lot harder, and definitely it is. Bent arm is easier. Straight arm obviously is harder. It's leverage and stuff, but whatever. So just wanted to see what I can do. So of course I can obviously do more weight than 65, but just for 10 reps, 65 is what I did today. Then my dumbbell curls also 65, and those are 65 pounds per hand. So it's not 65 pounds in total; it's per hand, right? So each arm gets 65 pounds. Bent over dumbbell row, that's just one dumbbell per each arm. So I work on one side at a time, so that's 105. Ironically, I did 110 pounds, but my left forearm still a little rusty, as it were, a little weak, so it was hard to hold on to the weight. So I had to drop the weight down just so I can get a workout. So I was like, I'll just put 105. No point in doing 110. Like I'll just wait until next week when I've a little bit stronger. My forearm is a little bit tougher because I got my gun in milk, so I already drank milk today, so I got my chocolate milk, so my forearms will start healing, and by next week I can do a 110 per arm. But of course that's just this is a back exercise obviously. But then we have the bent over dumbbell tricep extensions, 90 pounds. I'm close to 100, 10 pounds more, so that should be at least 2 more weeks. I should be able to add, I should be able to use the 100-pound dumbbell for the tricep extensions. And as you can see, squats and calf raises, 100-pound in each arm. So technically it's 200 pounds in total plus body weight, of course. Around here, those numbers don't matter too much, just because I don't do these exercises. Yes, I'll point that out. I do not do a leg day, even though I have it, jotted down. I don't. I just stopped at, these numbers at 100. It's like, all right, I reached 100 per hand, so technically 200 pounds for squats and 200 pounds for calf raises. As you can see, it has one leg, so that's pretty heavy there. Just using one leg, so I lift one leg and then calf raise with the other leg. Oh no, so this is not 200 pounds. This is just 100 because I'm holding 100 pounds on one arm, and then I'll raise one of my legs, and then so it's body weight plus 100 pounds. So, but the dumbbell squat bench, it is 100 pounds in each arm, so it's 200 plus my body weight. But the calf raises is just one dumbbell, one arm. The other arm, I'm holding myself on a bench to hold myself steady since I'm standing on one leg. So it's 100 pounds body weight on one leg. So that's how that one works. But I haven't done these in weeks, months. But I still have it in the in my routine in case I do actually do legs. So yes, I don't. Lazy exercise does not do legs. My legs are strong. My goal is to increase the strength, because I'm more interested in strength than trying to make all my muscles bigger or whatever. And my legs are already strong, so there's no need to just keep going. Not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that it's like I want the rest of my muscles to catch, my upper body specifically, to catch up to the strength of my legs. It's like, yes, I have strong legs, but it's like being weak arms. So let me strengthen my arms, right? So that's what I'm doing. And then so that's what I did today. Tomorrow I'll be doing this, which as you can see, it's flat bench dumbbell crunches, which is ironically, technically a new exercise, because mainly I normally just do flat bench weighted sit-ups, side bends with one dumbbell. So I do each side with 130 pounds, and then dumbbell good mornings with as you can see, 120 pounds in each arm. So it's a total of 240 plus my my upper body weight. But now I added the whole flat bench dumbbell crunches, which is when you take two dumbbells in your hands and then put them in front of you and you're on a bench, so it looks like you're going to do a bench press, but instead you just crunch up. So you just try to lift your try to bend at the abs, right? So you're trying to lift your upper back off the bench, right? Right, your traps, trying to lift your traps off the bench and crunch up. So right there, as you can see, it's 84 pounds, which means that's just 42 pounds. I just put the total of the dumbbells. So essentially just 42 pounds. So I'll probably, well, we'll see what tomorrow holds. Obviously, because I have to, these are last week's numbers. So the idea is this week's, obviously, I need to add some weight, right? So I should be doing 45. I think I'll try to push it and just grab the 250-pound dumbbells and just try to do a total of 100 pounds. And see if I can do it. If not, yeah, obviously I'll order the weight. But then I have like I said, the flat bench weighted sit-ups. That's 150. That's essentially it's it's a total, so it's two dumbbells plus the leg weights wrapped around my wrist to add up to 150. So that's essentially what's half of 150, 25, 75. Okay, so 75. So 75 pounds in each arm. So 75 pounds in each arm for a total of 150. Plus, my upper body weight. And then the side bends is just 130. And I do each side of my body. So one dumbbell one side and just do that for 10 reps, and then switch over to the other side and do 10 more reps, right? And I take a break in between those. So just wanted to point out to show my workouts. As you can see, a lot of my workouts use 100 pounds because I have the 100-pound dumbbell, right? And that's the main thing I'm trying to do here is, so you'll see in my other months, you see like certain numbers. I took a deload, as you can see, a couple weeks where I didn't lift. So yes, deload is a thing. Let's see. You see that right there, that big gap between March and April? Yeah, that's a huge deload right there. That was a huge deload right there. Yeah, that was the whole. And then February, that was another deload. And then I've had a couple of deloads. How long have I had this at? Not pretty long. As you can see, I have deloaded or just taking a break from lifting plenty of times. But the most recent one was obviously because of my forearm. But as you can see, I'm being a little more consistent now. But what I'm trying to show here is that a lot of those you see is like once a week. As you can see, right? And sometimes I might split it, but that's because I'm splitting up. So it's a 2-day split, but still it's a once a week type thing. So here's proof that yes, I do once a week, and as you can see, I'm getting stronger and bigger. I'm getting results without having to work 5 times a week, which is what I'm trying to show here. It's like I don't work out that much. Now here, you might notice in October, because I'm experimenting, you might notice here, it's like, oh wait, that looks like you're doing twice a week, because there's an extra day outside of this. So it's like, so here's Monday, right? Essentially upper body, right? Because I don't do the lower body part. And then here is core, my abs, right? Ab workout. And then Thursday, just 3 exercises. Now, of course, I'm increasing. I'm going to try to do like the full upper body thing. But right now, as you can see, incline, dumbbell flies, the bent arm lateral raises, and the barbell curls. So basically, chest, biceps, and triceps. Said it wrong. Chest, shoulders, bicep. So the triceps not included. But then when you go further down, you see triceps is included, because I was like, oh, I should include triceps. So now it's chest, shoulder, right, biceps, triceps, right. So it's like, gotta make sure I throw in the triceps, since the triceps still not at 100. Now the reason is because I'm trying to get all those lifts to 100. So I'm trying to get to a point where I'm using 100 pounds for all, for chest flies, bicep curls, tricep extensions, shoulder, lateral raises. So, which is this? Oh, that's the abs. Right, so that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So, might as well show it off. What I'm doing here, what I'm experimenting with is being able to add, and it's currently working because I double checked with the other month. Let me see, what's the other month? Was there another month? Which one was another month? No, I must be thinking of something else. Anyway, thought I had something else, but no, I didn't do it. So, something I noticed is that on Monday you see dumbbell flies is 50, right? And then on Thursday, dumbbell flies is 55. So within 72 hours, I got 5 pounds stronger. The next week, you see I started off with 55 pounds. Seems a little interesting. Now, at first, I did 60. I couldn't get 10 reps, so of course I knocked it down back to 50 and did an extra set of just 55 for 10 reps. So I did 2 sets. Because the first set was obviously to test out, can I do 60 pounds, right? Can I add an extra 5 pounds? I couldn't. I couldn't. I did have a theory of why I couldn't, but that's for a future experiment. But I was like, okay, at least I already added the 5, right, on Thursday, so I just gotta do 55. So I did. So Monday, the second Monday of the month, I did the same thing I did on the first Thursday. But then on the Thursday of that Monday, where I did 55, I was able to do 60 for 10. So that's a 5 pound increase there, right? But if you look at it, I started at 50, right? Cancel it. 50, went to 55. Was 55 again, right? But it's only been a week, and then 60. So within a 2 weeks time, I was able to add 10 pounds to my lift because I started off at 50, and by the second Thursday, I'm at 60, which is 10 pounds more. Right? Now let me show you something from earlier. Oh, what was that one? Okay, you see there, 50, right? 50 pounds. And then the next week, another 50. Week after that, another 50. What happened there? That's weird. Oh, that is weird. I think I know what happened. I messed up. September. Oh yeah, September is when I was deloading. Okay, that was weird. I'm like, why is the number didn't change? Oh yeah, it's because I just kept copying the routine just so I could have access to it. And it's like, yeah, I didn't do any of these lifts. That's why the numbers are all the same. It's just I just kept copying it because I deloaded. It was my birthday that month. That's my birthday is the 29th. But anyway, yeah, I didn't work out that month. What happened here? So there's 50. Yeah, so basically September's routine is this, or numbers are the same as August. So that's funny there. But anyway, so deloading because I definitely lost some strength because of the forearm thing. But then I fixed the forearm thing with milk, which was funny. But then, as you see now, I'm experimenting with doing twice a week. Full body, essentially, full body twice a week, as opposed to once a week. And it is looking like, as you can see here, for my own progress, and then now it's 65. That was the same as, yeah, that's the same as Thursday. So this week I had a different work schedule, so I was able to work out Monday. Because technically tomorrow is supposed to be the second time this week that I'm supposed to, do this workout. So I should have been at, because you see here, I'm at 65, right? Just like I was 65 on Thursday, which means tomorrow, which is Thursday, I should be at 70 pounds. Bicep curls, lateral raises, and 60, well, that's the wrong thing. And then 70 lateral raise, 70 dumbbell curls, and then 65 incline dumbbell fly. That's how it should have been this week. So then that means next week on Monday I will start with 60. So yeah. Let me look at this here. It'll be wrong number. Oh yeah, no, sorry. that would be, because that'd be a 65, so that'd be 65, 70, 70. So that's how it would have been 65, 70, 70. So then, starting here on this Monday, going from 50, right? And then I would have ended the month at around 70. So essentially a 20-pound weight increase within a 4 weeks time period. When normally, this right here is terrible to show, but normally it would be looking for something strange because it looks like I don't work out a lot at all. Like, no, I remember working out. I'm like, what happened? What's going on? Why? These are old years. I mean, proof that I don't work out a lot, but I still get results. I'm still strong, but let's see here. So 40, 45. Okay, there we go. Back down to 40, 40, back up to 45. Dumbbell incline, what's that one? Then 50 incline, 50 incline, 50 incline. And you understand, this is definitely around the time where, because my forearms were losing strength, so I was losing some strength on some of my lifts. So that's why the numbers are going up and down. And down is because forearm injury. You know, when you have weak forearms, right? That does affect your lifts. So, but I'm able to obviously get back to lifting what I'm lifting. But right now, this month has been pretty cool because of the fact that so far, how much I went from 50 to 60. So, so the month is not over yet, so I'll be able to get to 60. Try to get to 65 or 70 before the month is over. That's the thing. If I didn't lose the time in this week, I definitely would have been able to get more. But still was able to add 10 pounds to my lift. But the goal is obviously to 20. But at least I have a system now, right? A pattern that I'm working on, testing that out. I'm obviously trying to see if I can increase that because I want to be able to add 30 pounds to my lift every month. That'd be cool. That's almost a pound a day, right? So something that I'm experimenting on, working on. So this is more of an advanced method. Sorry, it's what I normally do. Because normally I just, I work out once a week, right? One set, and that's the thing, if you pay attention, because I didn't show the rest of the information, but all these are one sets, by the way. So it's one set, 10 reps. So it's not, I'm not doing volume, right? This is low volume, right? So it's one set, 10 reps, right? To failure, and I'm adding 5 pounds a week. But right now I have it where I'm essentially adding 10 pounds. So the way it normally would be is if I start off 50 this week, next week it would be 55, the week after that it would be 60, and by the end of the month it'll be 65, only 65, which means I only will gain 15 pounds to my lift. But with this method, I'll be able to gain at least 20, so an extra 5. And that might not seem like a big deal, like, oh, extra 5 pounds to your lift. It's a big deal when you're trying to get up to bigger numbers, right? The extra 5 pounds adds up, right? It's the same thing as like an extra $5 to your paycheck matters, or an extra $5 to your hourly wage, matters, right? So at least now you're seeing this. So if you want to give this a try, so you work out Monday and Thursday, or just 2 days. Make sure there's 2 days in between those 2 days. So if you work out Sunday, then the next time will be Wednesday, right? Here, as you can see, I did Monday, so it's Thursday. But if you do Tuesday, then the next time will be Friday. If you do Wednesday, the next time will be Saturday. You get the idea. But you want to do it within the same week. You don't want to do it on Friday and then the next time you exercise will be Monday of the following week, right? You want to make sure that it's within the same week. So for me, I picked Monday and Tuesday are my days off. So I work out on Monday. Thursday I work, but I do the exercise before I go to work. So I wake up early, do the workout before I go to work, so I can have those Monday and Thursday set up. Sorry, I'm a little sick. But anyway, but as you can see this week, the third week, it got a little screwy because somebody went on vacation, so I had to work overtime, so I ended up, so my work schedule changed, so I had to make up for it by changing the routine. But I can still, obviously, since I worked out on Wednesday, I can work out on Saturday. So on Saturday before I go to work, I can do what I'm gonna be doing: 65 dumbbell flies, 70 lateral raises, and 70 dumbbell flies. So I'll be in the 70-pound club by the end of the month, and then the next month, obviously, essentially adding another 20. So then I'll be in the 90-pound club, and then in December, sorry, I should be in the 100 pounds club, right? You know, for my curls and lateral raises and all that good stuff. That's the thing. Let's see if that happens, right? As long as this keeps working, that should be the end result. So by the end of the year, pretty much all my lifts should be a minimum of 100 pounds, which was the goal, was to get to 100-pound, you know, to all my lifts. So that way, you know, it looks cool. That's the end of the video.